Karibuni tena to another episode of NAIROBI Jam Locked In. And this is our third concert. And tonight I have the amazing Chemutai Sage. I always refer to you as that soulful musician. Your music is amazing.
Thank you.
Karibu.
Soulful is such a heavy title to carry because everyone expects everything you do to have some like deeper meaning, and sometimes it's just plain old just you hurt my feelings. Sometimes it's a heavy title.
The first time I listened to you was at the Black and Wines, and Tukakusengenya, I was like, wow, this chick is going far. That voice.
Thank you.
Yeah, the soulfulness in your voice is amazing. But interesting enough, you started music very early in life.
Yeah, I started.
At 8, was it 8 or 9 years?
I started playing the piano at 9, but I was singing in church when I was 5.
Already at 5 years?
Yeah, it's because I come from a really big family, and I'm number 8 of 10 siblings.
Wow, like a football team.
Yes. So my big sisters used to like singing in church, so yeah, I guess I used to force them to let me sing. So yeah, I think that was my first recollection of singing in church. There's actually a photo of me singing in church with my older sisters, and I'm just like this height, and they are really tall. And yeah.
And you're also a multi-instrumentalist. You play the keyboard, you're self-taught guitar player.
Yeah, and I'm learning the bass.
And learning the bass.
Yes.
Well, how do you manage to do all that?
Just, I guess, a love for instruments. Because in the beginning, what I wanted to do with music was become an orchestra conductor. The singing, I just fell into the singing.
Okay.
It wasn't a thing I thought of doing professionally. Well, there was a time I thought I was going to be Beyonce, but
more of a Nina Simone.
I really love instruments and I love classical music. Yeah.
Do you go to school for that?
Yeah, I went to the Kenya Conservatoire.
Yeah.
To learn piano, and because my dad made us all go to learn piano at the Kenya
Conservatoire.
Is it the Nairobi or the Kenya Conservatoire?
The Kenya Conservatoire.
Kenya Conservatoire.
I was a student there too. I think I did like 3 or 4 guitar lessons. Got tired of it.
Then it's like peace. I had a really nice piano teacher, and he was so sweet from the very first lesson. And it was weird because every Saturday, kids, they're waking up to watch cartoons, and I would be there. My dad would drop us there at 8:30 a.m.
At the National Theatre.
Yes, to go and learn piano, and I used to love it. So I used to come home and just practice and get on everyone's nerves. But yeah, I think that's why I really deeply fell in love with instruments.
A big percentage of Kenyan artists have had their journey through the church.
Amen.
Yeah, you too, and I find that interesting because like every artist I've played for, Wote, and this is both the frontline singers and the musicians. The band I used to play for, like CC Wote, got Murokwa Church. You had the same journey too.
Yeah, I think church. We weren't too religious, but church was a really important thing for us. My grandpa was a pastor. So, yeah, I was surrounded by a lot of gospel music. I remember my dad, we grew up listening to a lot of Catholic choir gospel music when we used to go on trips to shags. Another memory was Lady Smith, Black Mambazo. My dad loved Lady Smith. And now singing in church with my sisters. And yeah, so even growing older, me and my 2 younger sisters formed a little a cappella group, and we were singing in church. And my mom, in our house, we had a lot of contemporary gospel music. So let me tell you, the first time I was introduced to secular music, I was in, maybe class 8.
Wow.
Because I remember in class 6, someone coming to ask me, who's better, Ja Rule or DMX? And I'm like,
But you're lucky, at least you had a crowd in the house. Yeah? When you start your music career, kind of.
Yeah. Yeah, but like, so I started writing when I was 11. That was when my dad passed away. Because I had never like written any music. So my dad passed away, and I think the pain was too much, and I needed an outlet. So that outlet was the writing of music. So from then on, I wrote a lot of. I was constantly writing and singing. Even in high school, there's someone not tagged me, sent me. Someone from my old high school sent me a photo of us like singing. Oh my lord, we are looking crazy. But we had gone to sing in the primary section of that high school, and I was in the front line singing, and it just brought back memories of how like I loved singing everywhere, walking to the shower, going to preps, just singing constantly. I must have been the most irritating person in that school.
You you mentioned something interesting, and I think we talked about it earlier. Is what musicians go through, because we always seen as these supernatural kind of guys. You know, we have these interesting powers inside us. It's like we never suffer anything.
Oh god.
And we were talking
I don't
about
even know.
depression, you know,
Yeah.
because we tend to be the mirror, yeah, society. And then one time, in a hit at a CC, then you feel like the whole world doesn't understand you, they're not there for you.
I feel like there's this thing. I guess it's all boils down to your relationship with your fans and what you show them of yourself, I guess. But you know, like when you're popping and your music is out there and people love it, everyone is just surrounding you and you feel loved. And there's this emptiness that comes when you're not going through such a great season and everyone's on to the next person who's making better music or who's currently releasing music, and maybe you're on your break or you're not, or you're depressed as you said. And like nobody's really checking up on you, or people have already assumed, oh my god, she was a one hit wonder. Because I feel like that happened to me, because in 2013 I released So Alive, Dumbala, and it was a really big year for me musically. And right after that I got pregnant, got my baby, had postpartum depression, and everyone's assumption, like I don't know, it was a really lonely time for me because it felt like everyone already assumed that, oh, she's a one hit wonder. And then there's the other section of people are not, I feel like for a long time in Kenya, people weren't really aware of mental health and mental health issues. So I think currently, yes, people are more educated about it, but they still sort of don't understand what it really is. I feel people think depression means you're feeling sad, which is far from the truth, because depression is, I don't know, it's a feeling of despair and hopelessness, basically.
I think, you know, that feeling of you've always been there for everyone, and a moment comes and you're left all alone and nobody understands.
Yeah, you're here sharing your heart to people and comforting them with your music. And then when it comes to
and
you,
then
it's
even
just like,
your own music cannot speak to you.
unfortunately.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I don't know, with mental health and people in the business world, people in the music world, I think people really need to sort of understand that this is something that happens. It can happen to anyone. There are some people who are lucky enough to never experience depression or not know what it feels like, but it's something that can happen to anyone, and it's something people need to, we need to embrace taking care of our mental health, because sometimes we think, oh, you know, what is that? And I've seen people who haven't gone through depression be super insensitive about depression. Even people who've gone through depression be very insensitive about depression. I think one of my friends shared a tweet about someone telling him, oh no, get your stuff together, like don't, like, people think it's something you can just snap out of, and they
Put off
don't
like a candle.
mine. I was depressed for years. I think for like 3 years. I didn't want to leave the house. I didn't want to socialize with anyone, and people don't understand that it's something that can really just drag you all the way down.
Yeah. And to something later, you have an album out. That was in 2014 or 2015?
2015.
2015.
That's when I released it. Yeah.
How was that doing?
September 25th. Yes.
Wow. And how's that been for you?
I mean, it was a wow moment for me. During the time I released it, I was still depressed. I didn't like it. I didn't know it, but I was deep in depression, and releasing it was, I guess, sometimes you need to just let stuff go. I had held on to it for such a long time, and I just wanted to release it and just put it out there. And it was really nice because I got really good support. A bunch of musicians came for my album launch. I managed to put together a show, and it went well. I sold all the albums except the one.
That's the only one you
This
have.
one, this is the only one I had because I needed something like to remember that day.
Is it available anywhere online? Or?
Yes, it's available everywhere. Yeah, on all platforms you can find it.
Yeah. And you've also played on Coke Studio.
Yes, I did. In 2013, I collaborated with Nigerian legend King Sunny Ade, and it was so wow for me, because this is a really big name. That guy had sold out concerts in like all over the world when as we was not yet born, and he was really nice to me. Because I remember having to learn pidgin the whole like the day before.
How to do the collab with them.
Yeah, it was just madness.
And that was that. I want
I
to
think
show it was amazing.
They even changed the song. They had given me one song, and then I learned the song, and then they changed the song. Like in the middle of the night, they're sending me these are the new lyrics. This is the song we're doing tomorrow, and I'm like, oh well.
But it went well. I watched the show. That was a very good show.
And he had really nice things to say about me after that during his interview, and he was really nice to me.
Yeah. And you got a nomination for the Afrima.
I did.
That's like the African Oscars. That's big.
Sort of, yeah. I mean, the weirdest thing was 2013 came like a flood. There was so many good things happening for me in 2013. It was super overwhelming. That same year I sang at the Miss Kenya Awards. I think it was the finals. And it was on my birthday. It was so weird.
Wow.
That's the same year I did the collab with King Sunny Ade. I had lunch with Oliver Mtukudzi. There was just so many amazing things happening to me at once, and like it felt like a whole dream. Like if you ask me, 2013 was a dream. It was just like I was dreaming. Maybe it didn't happen. Maybe it happened. Who knows?
And many more better years are coming. Come on.
Yeah.
I know we're musicians. We prefer singing than less talking and doing more singing. I want to give you space and do that. Then we'll continue the conversation at the end.
Sure.
Sawa.
Yeah.
So karibu sana Sage.
Yes. Hey everyone. So this first song is one of the first songs I wrote. And I wrote this song for someone, anajijua. And yeah, it's basically about being in love with someone and they're not letting you into their lives. Needless to say, I was rejected, but I survived. It's called Woman in Love.
Trying to make it so hard for me to get into your heart. Baby, I ain't trying to hurt you. I just want to show you what I can do for you. 'Cause boy, you make me feel like my heart is on fire. You make me want to be the woman that you desire. And every time I think of you, my heart goes through. Do you feel the way I do? 'Cause I feel like a woman in love. Oh, I feel like a woman in love. I feel like a woman in love. this woman down, 'cause you're all she's thinking of. So tell me, baby, why you're making it so difficult to love you. You lock me out, and I just wanna be there when you need me, when you need me, when you need me, boy. You make me feel like a woman on fire. Don't know if it's your brown skin or your eyes that inspire. And every time I think of you, my heart goes through. Do you feel the way I do? 'Cause I feel like a woman in love. Oh, I feel like a woman in love. I feel like a woman in love. Oh, baby, you make me feel like a woman in love. So don't let this woman down, 'cause you're all she's thinking of. It's just there's something about you, you make me better. And to tell you the truth, I'm falling head over heels. Oops, what did I say? I must be thinking out loud. But this could be the best relationship you ever been in. But you make it so difficult. You make it so hard. You make it so difficult. Why can't you believe me when I say I'm falling for you? I'm a woman in love. I feel like a woman in love. I feel like a woman in love. Oh, baby, you make me feel like a woman in love. So don't let this woman down, 'cause you're all she's thinking of. Whoa. Ooh, so don't let this woman down, 'cause you're all she's thinking.
All right. So for this next one, it's a really old one because I wrote it when it's not. I don't think it's as old as the one I just played, but it's a lot of my songs are about heartbreak. I was a late bloomer, and by the time it hit me, these things about love was when I was writing music. So it's called Chocolates and Flowers. I got my heart broken a lot. Very unfortunate, but it's a great thing because now I don't cry when I break up with people. So Chocolates and Flowers, I know it sounds really sweet when I say chocolates and flowers, but it's about the fact that chocolates and flowers is not enough to mend a broken heart, and it's not enough to bring two people back together, and sometimes we just need to leave these things behind.
I gave to you my heart, but you just stand there giving me nothing. Right now I'd rather be alone. And then I think of how funny this thing has become. I'm still pretending we're in love, waiting for your call. No, I don't. Do you love me at all? No, you don't. And I'm tired of believing in this love. It don't exist. You should know, baby, the chocolates and flowers don't heal a broken heart. And saying that you're sorry doesn't mean it's been forgotten. And 'cause tomorrow comes don't mean there's a new beginning. Sometimes you gotta let go. I had a picture of you and I knew that you were the one, but I can't force you in my life. It is easier for me to run away knowing that we were just not meant to be. Just let you be, 'cause I'm waiting for your call. No, I don't. Do you love me at all? No, you don't. And I'm tired of believing in this love that don't exist. You should know, baby, that chocolates and flowers don't heal a broken hearted sin. That you're sorry doesn't mean it's been forgotten. And 'cause tomorrow comes don't mean there's a new beginning. Sometimes you gotta let go. And when you say you love me, it's just words. They don't mean nothing. Kisses aren't feelings. They just mean that there's something missing. All the pain, all the hurt, baby, just ain't worth it. Sometimes you gotta let go. Tell me truly, was I the one who was on your mind? 'Cause I'm thinking that maybe all I did was take a ride on that roller coaster line. Lie, why did you lie? Oh. 'Cause chocolates and flowers don't heal. Saying that you're sorry doesn't mean, yeah. And 'cause tomorrow comes don't mean there's a new beginning. Sometimes you gotta let go. And when you say you love me, it's just words. They don't mean nothing. Kisses aren't feelings. They just mean that they, yes. And all the pain, all the hurt, baby, just ain't worth it. Sometimes you gotta let go.
All right. The song I played before was Chocolates and Flowers. And for this next one is a song from my album, Expose Yourself. And it was the first music video that I released from this album. And it was right after I'd given birth to my baby. And the song is titled Favorite Song. It's so weird. The way I name my songs is like, it sounds like it's a song about a good thing, but most of the time it is not. So Favorite Song was about me. It sounds like a love song, but it was about me feeling like I had lost a part of myself. And that was my favorite song. Because I feel like as humans, as we evolve and grow in life, there are parts of ourselves that we detach from, and detaching from those parts of ourselves, we end up detaching from the good things that came with that part of ourselves. And I felt like I was losing a lot of me that I missed and I enjoyed, which were mainly immature traits, but still I loved part of those traits. And yeah, favorite song is basically about losing parts of yourself. Yeah. A love song for the lost part of ourselves.
When did the love die? When did it disappear? When did you run into the distance and leave me standing here? I regret the day when I let you go. Now you know I'm a prisoner of your love, and the rain and the pain and the hurt and the sadness, the sorrow. I only wish that I come back again, and it's not in tomorrow. 'Cause tomorrow I wish for better days. Maybe I could see your beautiful face. Oh, 'cause you are my favorite song. I could play you all day long, but you ran away from me. there be pain in my brain, and my heart will be so crowded. Oh, cause I miss you, baby. I can't think about it. I know if I think about it, there'll be pain in my brain, and my heart will be so crowded. Oh, cause I miss you, baby. Cause I miss you, babe. And the rain and the pain and the hurt and the sadness, the sorrow. I only wish that I come back again, and it's not it tomorrow. Cause tomorrow I wish for better days. Maybe, maybe I could see your beautiful face. Oh, cause you are my favorite song. I could play you all day long, but you ran away from me. There's only silence and broken dreams. You were everything that I want, and everything that I was searching for. No, but you went away from me. There's only silence and broken dreams. Favorite song, where did I go wrong? There's so many questions in my head. The questions, the answers, the question of it all. When did our love grow so sour? You took away all of my power. And you know I can't think about it now. If I think about it, there'd be pain in my brain, and my heart will be so caught up. Cause I miss you, baby. Cause I miss you, babe. And I can't think about it. I know if I think about it, cause you are my favorite song. I could play you all day long, but you ran away from me. There's only silence and broken dreams. You were everything that I want, and everything that I was searching for. No, but you went away from me. There's only silence and broken dreams. Favorite song, favorite song. Oh.
Alright, so that's the first song, the first single I released from my album. Not really the first single, because y'all remember So Alive from 2013. This other next song is from my album. This is a song I wrote. This was the song I was going to record on the day my producer forced me to sing So Alive. And I remember going to the studio and had this idea, and I'm like, yes, let's do this song. And my producer, Dilly, was like, okay, that song can wait. Can we just do just listen to this song. I want you to sing to this track. And man, So Alive is from such a weird place, but this is not about So Alive. So Alive is such a spotlight stealer. But this was a song I was going to sing, to record on the day I wrote and sang So Alive. And the song is titled Maskini. And the video is up on YouTube if you want to go and check it out. I released the video in 2016, but the song was released in 2013. And yeah, so I'm not so good at Swahili. And I was really proud of this song because it had Swahili in it. And this is one of the crowd favorites for a lot of my fans. When I go to shows, they all love to join in and like listen to me play Maskini. So here goes. Also about obsessive love.
Bando voice lights up my face, driving me up and down. I'm scared what you're doing to me. I get a rush a mile out to love you. I get a high from just thinking about you. I'm on the edge. It's like you're breaking my heart in two. Nasijui nitafanya nini? The way you're messing with my head, mimi masikini. Nasijui nitafanya nini? The way you're messing with my head, mimi masikini. Oh, oh, baby, I give you every bit of my heart. And what you gonna do? You went and threw it away. I did it all for your love. I tried my best to act real cool. Instead I made it like a fool. What am I gonna do? I'm crazy judging by the way I feel. I don't know who and what is real. Love what you give to me is reality. It's like I'm high in the sky on a drug messed up. I'm waiting on a cure to this illness stuck on you. I just don't know what to do. Sijui nitafanya nini? The way you're messing with my head, mimi maskini. Sijui nitafanya nini? The way you're messing with my head, mimi maskini. Oh, baby, I gave you every bit of my heart. And what you gonna do? You went and threw it away. Did it all for your love. Try my best to act real cool. Instead I made it like a fool. What am I gonna do? I'm crazy cause baby unavyofanana, kila saa tunavyokutana, you make my head go banana. Ooh Lord, crazy for your love. Unavyofanana, kila saa tunavyokutana, you make my head go banana. Ooh Lord, crazy for your love. What am I gonna do, baby? Your love, but crazy for your love, Lord. When I threw it away, did it all for your love. Try my best to act real cool. Still I made it like a fool. What am I gonna do, baby? Give you every bit of my heart. What you gonna do? You wanna do it away, boy. Try my best to act real cool. Still I made it like a fool. What am I gonna do? Crazy, oh baby. Unavyofanana, tunavyokutana. Round and round and round, and baby, I can't stop loving you. Oh, I've been a fool for you, oh, Lord, don't know what to do. What am I gonna do, baby? What am I gonna do, baby? What am I gonna do, baby? Ooh. Take me on a trip, I'd like to go somewhere. Take me to New York, I'd love to see LA. I really want to come kick it with you. You'll be my American boy. But I usually switch it up to take me on a trip, I'd like to go somewhere. Take me to Westie, I'd love to see LA. Like Langata, I really want to come kick it with you. You could be my African boy. La da 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 dee, da 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 dee, da 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 da. You could be my African boy. Also love to inside this one. Cause got me looking so crazy right now. Your love got me looking so crazy right now. Got me hoping you page me right now. Your touch got me hoping you page me right now. Got me hoping you save me right now. Your kiss got me hoping you save me right now. Looking so crazy, your love got me looking so crazy, your love. Cause you got me looking so crazy right now. Your love got me looking so crazy right now. Got me hoping you save me right now. Your touch got me hoping you save me right now. Got me hoping you page me right now. Your kiss got me hoping you page me right now. Looking so crazy, your love got me looking so crazy, your love. Ooh. That's one of my favorite songs to perform because everyone is so psyched about it, and it's my one time to flex my Swahili, no matter how horrible it. I've been trying. No matter how grammatically incorrect my Swahili can be. I feel like a lot of Kenyans have grammatically incorrect Swahili. I mean, it's not all our first language. Mine was Kalenjin. I was Kipsigis. And I actually do have a song in where I flex my Kipsigis, and it's called Majestic. And it's one of my, what do I call it? I released it at the end of last year. I was doing the Awesome Challenge with Tetushani, Lisa Odwornoa, Noel Nderitu, and Riga. And we were doing the Awesome Challenge where we were releasing one song a month. And it was fun, but procrastinator me used to write songs a week or a couple of days before the day of release. Tetu was always the organized one. I mean, everyone was more organized than me. They'd have songs ready like the month before, and me, I'd just be like, hello, Tilly, oh my God, this week I'm the one who's releasing a song. And I'd run to the studio and just get inside the studio and be like, do you have any beats? It's so funny because Dilly always has beats. That's the greatest thing. Dilly is always working on something. And I remember calling him when it was the day for Majestic, and I'm like, dude, do you have any beats? And he sent me something, and I was like, okay, so I'll come to studio on Tuesday. And I went to studio on Tuesday and hadn't written anything for those beats. And I go into studio, and he's like, have you, this, I feel like this was always how I wrote music. My songwriting process when it comes to tracks is Dilly sends me a track. It could be a month, 2 months, 5 months in advance, and I'll sit on the track for all those 5 months. And then on the day I go to the studio, I'm like, can you just like leave me in the studio so that I can go through the lyrics and see if they fit? And during the 10 minutes he's out waiting for me, I'm busy writing lyrics really fast, like. Then he said, oh yeah, just come in, I think they are going well. And just sing them for him. So Majestic, I think he's gotten used to it because I revealed the truth to him that I never write lyrics in advance. So Majestic was one of those songs. He sent me the track the day before, the day of recording. I went to studio and I'm like, I have nothing. Give me a second, let me write. And I just wrote, and it was really fun. And it's a song that I love and I'm dying to make a video for. So here you go, Majestic. Oh, Majestic, smooth boy, you need to understand that you a mood boy. Take me to the sky, up to the moon boy. Can't wait to see you later, see you soon boy. Won't you put all your loving on me? Tell me all of the things make my body run free. I love it like this, so get a chang chang. Feeling like no other can explain. You got me on another lane. All the rest I got you go sing, yeah. I've been saving my wishes for you. Upside down, wondering what I should do. I surrender completely to you, majestic, majestic. And ain't nobody come close. Baby, you be doing the most. Got me shaky, got me ready to pose. Ooh, MCM, you got that man crush magic, magic, magic. And I cannot contain it, I swear. Flip me in the air, sweet levitation in my soul laid bare. Ooh, a loving like this, okay, that chang chang. Feeling like no other can explain, explain. You got me on another lane, lane. All the rest stop, cause you go singing, yeah, yeah. I surrender completely to you. Upside down, don't know what I should do. Surrender completely to you, majestic, majestic. Bless me with your rain of power, nectar from the sweetest shower. My heart with gifts continue to shower. I pray, come on, get a chang chang. Feeling like no other can explain, explain. Got me on another lane, lane. All the rest of our got you go singing, yeah, yeah. I've been saving my wishes for you. Upside down, wondering what I should do. I surrender completely to you, majestic, majestic. I've been saving my wishes for you. Upside down, wondering what I should do. I surrender completely to you. Majestic, majestic. Majestic, majestic.
All right. As we come to the close of this sermon, yeah. So the next song is obviously going to be the song I am most known for, and the song that hit me. It's so weird. When I wrote this song, I was not in the mood of the song. I don't know how. It's crazy. Sometimes when we're angry, we write happy songs, and sometimes when we're happy, we write sad songs, which is strange, but it happens. And writing this song, I was not in a good place. I was at the end of sort of what felt like the end of my musical journey. I felt like I had been trying to really get out there, and I kept hitting walls. And the thing is, when I came into the music industry, I really didn't know anyone in the music industry. There's no one in my family who was in the music industry. There was no one I knew who was in the music industry. And I remember starting out and singing in church. That's what I knew. And then meeting my producer, who was trying to be a musician. And then I remember asking one of my church friends who was playing for Mudhoni, the drama queen, oh my gosh, do you know anywhere I can do like BGVs or something? I don't think I was trying to get into the industry, but I loved music and I knew that that was something that I wanted to do. Like I wanted to do orchestra music, but in the meantime, what was I going to do? So I remember him taking me for one of Mudhoni's rehearsals, and she hired me to be her background vocalist. A little after that, she asked me to be her keyboardist, and it was the first time in my life I was playing keyboard for anyone. And like just being there, it was I constantly felt like I was growing. I was constantly growing. But like at the point I was writing this song, I had tried everything. I had formed a band. I had done a couple of shows. I had been part of a couple of bands. Strangely, like enough, I was part of a rock band. I formed my own rock band. I was part of a jazz band as the guitarist. So playing my guitar like this. rock band, jazz band, BGV and keyboard for Mudhoni. Actually, it was a country slash rock band. And what else? I feel like I was in a bunch of other bands, but I had experienced all this, and it had gotten to a point where I was feeling like I am stuck. I don't know why, but I felt like I was stuck, especially on that day. I felt like I have gotten to the end. Am I going to ever have my breakthrough? And this was weird because I was playing a lot of live shows, but I don't know what I thought a breakthrough would look like, because fame hasn't been at the top of my list of things I am chasing after. I don't know what was happening, but I was at a low moment, and I felt like if this doesn't work by the end of the year, I was at the end of 2012, and I was like, I'm just was not in the mood. Even that day I was going to record Maskini, and my producer was like, just listen to this track, just write for this track. And I remember just telling him, okay, fine, just give me a paper and a pen and just leave me in the room for a little bit. And I was just writing anything. I wrote down anything. When I tell you anything, I just took the paper and pen and just wrote whatever was coming to my head. It didn't have to make any sense. And I just remember just writing down stuff. And even when the song came out and became this and took on a life of its own, it still didn't hit me what I was saying. I still felt in my head that anyway, I just sat down that day and just wrote anything. And funny enough, years later, I was listening to the song and it hit me what I was saying. Sorry, guys. When I was going around doing media tour and telling you guys about this song and how I don't know, it still hadn't clicked inside me. But years later, listening to the song, and it clicked. It was not just me speaking, it was my soul speaking. And going through depression and coming out of depression, going through long periods where I felt like I was at the end of my road, just like listening to the song, it was my soul speaking to me all along. And I feel like that song is not just, it's so funny. It's not just a song. I'm going to cry. It's not just a song that made me famous, but it's a promise I feel like I was making to myself that I was going to get through every situation. And it's nice when I hear my fans and the people who sometimes comment over there or like inbox me, send me DMs about how the song got them through. Sorry. About how the song got them through depression, or the song gave them the energy to like go through, like give them the courage to go through like a work interview, or took them through a really horrible time in their lives. And I'm really happy. And I feel like my music is doing something, it's doing the work that I wanted it to do, which was to share with people, to care for people, and to make people feel worthy. I feel like for a lot of my life, I felt unworthy of the things that were happening to me, and that was a song that, it's funny enough, I wrote unwillingly, but my soul wrote willingly. So here is So Alive.
Sleep and I'm falling to the ground. I want the answers to the questions of the reactions, whether it makes sense or the path is fatal attraction. Is it the whiteness of the cloud or the steam in my mirror? Is it the broken of a glass? Could it be more clear? 'Cause I feel so alive. No one can stop me even if they try. 'Cause I've been trying much too long. You can beat me down, I stay strong. 'Cause I feel so alive. Beat me down, I stay strong. Oh, no, through the rain and the hail and the fire, through whatever they bring, till I get my desire. Is it the whisper of an angel or the pounding of my heartbeat? Is it the playing of a record with the drumming and the bass meet? 'Cause I feel so alive. No one can stop me even if they try. I've been trying much too long. You can beat me down, I stay strong. 'Cause I feel so alive. Beat me down, I stay strong. You can beat me down, I stay strong. You can beat me down, I stay strong. You can beat me down. Ooh, you can you can beat me down. Ooh, 'cause I feel so alive. No one can stop me even if they try. I've been trying much too long. You can beat me down, I stay strong. So alive. 'Cause I feel so alive. No one can stop me even if they try. 'Cause I've been trying much too long. Beat me down, I stay strong. 'Cause I feel so alive. Beat me down, I stay strong. Ooh, 'cause I feel so alive. No one can stop me even if they try. 'Cause I've been trying much too long. Beat me down, I stay strong. So alive. Beat me down, I stay so alive. Even if they try. 'Cause I've been trying much too long. You can beat me down, I stay strong. Feel so alive. Beat me down, 'cause oh, Mungu halalia. Oh, Mungu halalia. Ashajionyesha, atajionyesha, anajionyesha. Anajionyesha, ashajionyesha. So alive. 'Cause I dream of a sky where the lights never die down. I'm awake in my sleep and I'm falling to the ground. Thank you so much for listening. Thank you for Goethe for facilitating this and for supporting artists. The thing is, we as artists, especially in Kenya, it's been really hard for us during this time because a lot of us make most of our money from gigging, and it's really nice to have an opportunity to share with you from wherever I am and to communicate with my fans. And thank you so much for your love, for your support. Thank you to the fans for listening. You can stream my music everywhere. My music is everywhere. And you can follow me at Chamutai Sage on my Insta, YouTube, Twitter, Facebook,
TikTok. I have nothing on TikTok, but follow me anyway. I might TikTok soon. Um, yeah, I have an EP coming out in June, so look out for that. Thank you, and good night.
Hey, my dear, that was an amazing set.
Thank you.
It's taken me. It's like an emotional merry-go-round. I was deep in thought. Like we said before. As human beings, there's so many things that go around in our lives, and I just got myself in that moment, and thank you so much.
Thank you.
Yeah. Then just speaking from the last song, because I
Do
really
you want
like.
to ask me about my crying?
No. Like I really like the lyrics that even if you're pushed down, you always find a way to come back.
The tears, the waterworks are starting
Yeah.
again.
And
I think especially because May is Mental Health Awareness Month, and this time, this uncertain Corona time, is tough on a lot of people.
Yeah.
Whether we want to admit it or not, it's been tough on everyone. And apart from it being us, we have been forced to slow down our lives. I think it's an opportunity for people to really reflect and see where they are mentally. Was your life before, when we were rushing everywhere, was it what you wanted it to be? Was that how, like, every day at the end of the day when you got home, how did you want to feel? Did you want to feel like, I did my best for the day and I'm now ready to let go of whatever happened and have a peaceful night's sleep? Or are you just stressed thinking, oh God, we need to get to the money, we need to get to the money? I think for me, it's been a time to just really think of what is working, what is not working for me, especially for my mental state, and how can I be productive but in a healthy way. I think that's a thing we don't think about. We are just constantly chasing money, and we forget that we forget to think of how it can be sustainable for us, both physically, mentally, and also financially. We don't think about those things. So it's really nice to just slow down a little bit. I know some people can't afford to take that break, and they really need, because a lot of the Kenyan population lives hand to mouth, and it's been really tough for them. I'm really thankful for people who have been like raising money to give to people who can't afford to be in this quarantine period. And because I have a friend who's doing a Mathare food drive, and there are a couple of other people who are raising money and sending it to people who can't afford to slow down their work. So I think it's our chance as well to give back to those people and allow them also to go through the time where they can just not completely slow down, but just slow down enough to take care of themselves psychologically.
I saw a report by the Kenyan National Bureau of Statistics, and over 21% of Kenyans have not been able to pay their rent for the last 2 months.
Oh,
And about over 40% are struggling. So it tells you there are lots of Kenyans who depend on their jobs are hand to mouth, kind of. And I think not just singularly as a person, but also as a country, to think, how's the state of the humans within these borders.
Exactly. I just saw today in the news they were saying 91% of Kenyans are scared, are afraid that after this period they will be jobless. 91%.
Wow.
That is a huge chunk of our workforce.
But I always feel like it's something that, it's only that a time like this has never happened before. But many Kenyans live on the edge. Like,
It's
everybody is like one hospital bill away from poverty.
It's true. A lot of us are self-employed. A lot of us depend on work that is not office-based to make our money. We don't know, especially like for musicians, we don't have a end-of-month salary. So I've spoken to a bunch of my musician friends, and everyone is going through a lot of us are just
difficult.
going through a hard time.
It's a hard time. I know. I'm an artist.
So,
too,
like,
I know.
in my case, I'm blessed to be able to stay with my mother. So, I don't really have rent to pay, but I can only imagine how people who are supporting families have it during this time, because you need food, you need rent. It's a really tough time for a lot of us.
But we were hoping that it comes to an end soon. And,
Yeah, I can only pray
I'm
that.
not saying, and I'm not saying like we go back to the normal, no. But I think we wake up to a new world. But, we are reflecting a bit more and
Yeah.
being more careful of everything, be it the climate, be it whatever.
It's true. I think
Yeah.
also Kenyans are sort of waking up. We're starting to see the essential things that we need to really just grow our economy in a sustainable way. Because if you think about it right now, I'm like, we actually don't, like, now is when we're seeing that. Because a lot of us are not, I think, not majority of us, but people in our social circles are not directly affected by things like we haven't had water for months. There are people who are staying places where they haven't had water for months. They don't have access to electricity still in the 21st century. And like right now, also because we are forced to watch news every day. A lot of us are at home, so we're forced to watch news and face the reality of how our country really is. The things we ignore when we're out partying, the things we ignore when we're out having a fun time with our friends. We have been forced to face our reality. And I'm seeing people's minds being open to, this is our reality, and now how, and like, I love that people are thinking of solutions, how to change it. Because I think sometimes if the government is not doing anything about it, yes, the government is responsible to facilitate our basic needs or to make them affordable for us, or to enable everyone to access the same basic needs. But it gets to a point where we either put a lot of pressure on the government to facilitate those things, or we figure out ways within our communities of making it accessible to ourselves. Because it's gotten to a point, man, just the whole flood situation, there's flood somewhere else, there's no water in a lot of places in Nairobi. Like, everything is such a mess, and it's things you would think would be the first thing on the government's agenda. Just basic things like water, food, electricity. People being able to, like, food security. Like, these are things that should be the base
Basic,
of just basic things. Yeah. And I'm seeing people waking up and really seeing what the reality is outside of our comforts. Because I might have food, but I'm seeing so many people during this time don't have food. People, like, Corona is here. Rent, food is here. Like, people, it's going to a point people are just like, whatever. If I get sick, whatever, but we need money for this. We can't, like, are we going to die of starvation or die of Corona?
So going forward, what are the big plans for Sage?
Well, another thing, like, during this time, I've really done a lot of thinking. I think sometimes as musicians, we get so caught up in playing the next gig to get money that we forget what direction we're going in or why we're doing this in the first place. So it's been a time for me to just reflect and see, what am I really doing? Who am I doing this for? And also just trying to gain more confidence, learning more about the music business, tech in music, and the things that a lot of musicians often ignore, because I currently do not have a manager. So I need to be in the know when it comes to music business. Now, when we're stuck at home and we can't frequent the studio as much, I need to know more about producing music on my own, or at least doing demos on my own. So those are things that I've been doing. So I think moving forward, I have more of a plan and more of a solid direction on where I'm going, where I want to go. And it's also, staying at home has given me chance to be on social media a lot, or rather just flip through social media a lot. It's not healthy to constantly be on social media, though. but just also seeing what people think about musicians, what people think about me as a musician, what my fans want, what do people like, looking at different statistics on like YouTube, the analytics on these different sites where people can access you, on Spotify, iTunes, seeing who, just these things, and just being prepared for, not only being prepared but also finding innovative ways to connect with fans and make more music, just like how Goethe is doing now with the NAIROBI Jam live from home. Just sort of looking at where do we go from here now as artists. So it's given me a chance to just think about that. So yeah, I think the plan going forward is I have more of a plan of where I want to go. So I'll be releasing an EP. I haven't released a body of work since 2015, which was my album Expose Yourself. So June, I've been holding on to this EP for like a long time. I finally finished recording it in October last year. So it's coming out at the end of June. And yeah, I think just releasing the EP is my first step into really coming back. I feel like I wouldn't call it a comeback, but it's going to be my first body of work in a long time. And yeah, sort of a stamp on who am I now in the current time.
Yeah, so yeah, my dear, let me take this opportunity to thank you so much for sharing with us your music. I'm sure we'll definitely have another sit down.
Yes.
Yeah, I'll really love to host you for the real monthly NAIROBI Jam at Goethe.
Yeah,
So
let me tell you, performing to cameras is very weird.
you need like a real
I love it.
audience.
Yeah, I love when I'm with my fans and I'm singing to them, and it's so weird. Some of my fans, sometimes you feel like you're unknown because your YouTube videos are not getting 1 million views, but you'll go to a show and play a show and someone will sing a song from my album that I usually assume nobody even listens to, and they'll sing word for word and they're looking at me singing it. I'm like,
Yeah.
you know this
They'll
song?
definitely do this, behind their screens, sing along
I
with
hope
you.
so. Yeah.
Yeah. But my dear, thank you so much for this. Yeah, and to all you home, at home, yeah, keep staying safe, clean your hands regularly, use your masks and sanitize. Social distancing, pia,
Let's
Asanteni.
not forget.
Thank you.